All right, next topic we got a good one. This is one of my favorite ones. I just heard this morning, and I'm excited about it. This lost verse from the Conway the Machine song "Bang" featuring Eminem. It came out last year, I believe, July 2019. You know, and it had an Eminem verse where he talked about the same three people he dissed like 10 years ago and kept bragging about dissing Ja Rule and Cannabis and all these. Who else was it? I don't know. Whoever else, all the rappers that aren't good enough to defend themselves against him that he dissed and stuff. So he, you know, the final verse was all that, but this lost verse that never got released got put out today or got leaked or whatever, and it's a different Eminem verse. Some of it's the same, but there's a whole part there where it seems that he's dissing Joe Budden's for sure, it seems like, and he's dissing Revolt. I don't know why Diddy owns Revolt, you know, and he always sends these subliminal shots at Diddy here and there. I mean, Diddy obviously signed Machine Gun Kelly, so that's a problem. That was on the Kill Shot diss where he talks about Diddy a little bit, popping pills and giving Machine Gun Kelly permission to diss him, make a diss song and video about it, and so Eminem says, Diddy put out the hit that got Tupac killed, or he won't admit it. And then he says he loves him though. And in this verse he says, you know, I love Diddy, but fuck Revolt, and that's why the button's broken or something. I don't know what Revolt did to Eminem. I'd have to look into that more. I don't know why he would diss Revolt. So I'm not going to focus on that as much. It's always, the Diddy and Eminem beef is weird. I don't know how they truly, because Eminem did one of my favorite Eminem verses on the Biggie Duets album. That was, you know, everyone knows that verse there on Dead Wrong, the Dead Wrong remix, you know, where Eminem says, you know, 7 different levels to, you know it. I'm not going to sit here. We all know Eminem lyrics. I'm not going to, friend's coughing over there. That's all right, though. You know, I like to have a loose set, you know, a loose set around here. I sleep it, thank you. It's tough to do it. I've done stand-up comedy and stuff before, but then there's like one person looking at you, and it is kind of weird. You kind of get a lot of anxiety, so I start to get a little more anxious. But it's all right. Okay, anyways, moving on. So yeah, Eminem, the Diddy relationship is weird. I don't know, they could be best friends behind the scenes, or they could never talk and actually have some beef with each other. It's just, that one I don't know and care to get into. Unless I become friends with them, I'll let you guys know. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, unless they never do too many interviews, either one of them. So it's going to be tough to find out the truth on that. It might come out eventually or something, but I feel like I lean towards they don't hate each other that much at all. So, you know, Eminem works with Diddy, has worked with him, and I think maybe there's a little tension now because of the MGK thing, and Diddy did have to allow MGK to make a diss song and make a video and all that. I believe Diddy would have to allow that. So Eminem is probably a little salty, a little pissed off at him, but I think deep down they're probably friends and they're just that's just an argument thing. I don't think that's serious. But Eminem disses Joe Budden in there. He says, you know, he's just a reporter and everything now, just a publicist or something. He's just on the media side. He's a media member. He's a reporter, and you never do anything except for run away from the MIGOS or something. You're always running, like, from the MIGOS. Or what is it? You run... I listened to the verse one time, okay? You run from the MIGOS. Something like that. You get it. Just listen to it. It's clearly about him and Joe Budden's MIGOS alteration, where, you know, he doesn't really run away from him. I mean, he runs away from the interview. He drops the mic and runs away, and then everyone gets in between them. We don't know, you know, if Joe Budden would have beat the Three Musketeers, you know, Liberace Three Musketeers, I call those outfits, or they looked like they were, you know, retired matadors or something. They were the B-list matadors that didn't get to work that day. No, those outfits were hilarious that they were about to fight in those, and I liked how they buttoned up. You know, that's like when hood dudes get rich and now they want to fight. They like button up all properly and everything. That was one of my favorite altercations, and I don't think Joe Budden is soft he started the altercation. He had the balls to drop a mic and say, I'm done with this, and walk away in front of 3 dudes, and everyone got in the way. And I mean, he came back. It seemed like he would have fought It would have been 3-on-1. I mean, it would have been tough for any one man to beat 3 Migos. And I'm seeing the Migos when they fought XXX. I mean, they're not tough guys. They're not weak. So I mean, I don't know, if 3-on-1, Joe Budden would have probably lost, but he started it and everything. I don't see that as soft. But Eminem never battles anyone with lyrical skill, in my opinion. MGK was like the first one in that battle. A lot of people say MGK almost won it. So it's just Eminem in the original Bangverse. That's what he talks about. He talks about Cannabis, who's long since retired. Cannabis has the lyrical skill, but Eminem was at his prime at that time and just rising. There was no way Cannabis was going to beat him. It just, with the fans Eminem had, the rise he was at then, he was at the top of his game and just rising. Well, he wasn't at the peak and the top yet, but he was rising there. Had so many fans on his side. Cannabis would have never won. I think guys like Benzino, the head of a never a huge rapper, maybe way back in the day, I guess in a group, but never a big rapper, owned the Source, is never a lyrical rapper, not a legend there. He just owned the Source. And then who's he battled? Ja Rule, not a battle. I mean, who's else he gets? I mean, there's no one. He battles Mariah Carey. I mean, what's Eminem's list? What has he really done here? I mean, that's all I'm saying. And so he disses Joe Budden here. And why this excites me, this story, is because Joe Budden, I'm an emo, sensitive, emotional guy. I love emotional emo rap. That's why I love Juice WRLD and This Generation. I love that emo, emotional rap. I love when guys share their true feelings about relationships and that. And Joe Budden did that better than anyone. The ordinary love stories, all the mood musics. Joe Budden described my feelings in life. So now it seems like a corny pick to have him. He's, my dead and alive. I mean, it goes Biggie, Joe Budden, The Game, Jadakiss, and probably Eminem is 5, probably, or something like that. Or, maybe if I could add both the clips. I don't know. Five's a toss-up between, like, 20 people. But, Joe Budden has always been one of my favorite rappers because of the emotion he sings with. He doesn't just rap about, the things I talked about with NBA Youngboy, just doing drugs, partying, cars, money. But Joe Budden rapped about actual feelings, emotions, actually said what he was going through. Sometimes for 5 minutes straight on Ordinary Love Story, he'd rap about his breakups and relationships. Literally, just no choruses, 5-6 minutes of bars after bars with punchlines, just great songs about what's going on in his life, his emotions. You knew what was in his head, and he put it on the paper so well and made the song so well. You just felt his emotion in the songs. So I love Joe Budden as a rapper. Now, he was never that popular as a rapper. Now he's just big on this podcast, and so now my list seems corny because he's number 2, but he was always my number 2. The Mood Musics, Mood Music 2 and 3 and 3.5, I mean, those were legend. 4 too. I mean, those were like, they're classic legends. They're gems to me. I go to them now. I mean, Are You In That Mood Yet? I forget which one. Is that 2? The one with Are You In That Mood Yet? It's like, just get the abortion and I'll give you the 250. I mean, I used to love that shit. So, I don't know. I just want to see. But Joe Budden also was one of the best, we know with the Drake 10-minute disses. I mean, he was one of the best battle rappers also. Diss songs and all that. He was one of the best at that also. So that's why I want to see Eminem go against Joe Budden so bad. He can't get that rusty. Maybe he's a little rusty, but if he got in the studio and practiced, he could still write a battle rap. He was ready for that. You saw his response when Eminem first dissed him on KMACC, how fired up and everything he got on the podcast, and how he said you couldn't mess with him if he kept dissing him. He was going to come out of retirement and maybe make a diss song. There was he said there's 1 or 2 people that he'd come out of retirement for to make diss songs for. I don't know. He hasn't revealed who the one is. I think one is Eminem. I would say if Eminem made a full diss track, like a 3-verse or 1 long verse, a 3-minute diss right at him, just saying names, really roasting him, going at him, Joe Budden would come out of retirement. He can't just get grilled by Eminem and not come out of retirement. Look at what he did to Drake when there was 1 subliminal shot on a snippet before the song even come out. He made like an EP, like 30 minutes of diss tracks. So you think Eminem makes a full song and Joe Budden doesn't come out of retirement and make a diss track? I don't think so. So I want more Joe Budden music, more rap, and it's got to be a battle rap. And that would be so exciting to me. It's all I want for fucking Christmas, for my life, for my birthday. It's all I want in life. I mean, I could die peacefully after that. Right after that, I could die peacefully. I want an Eminem and Joe Budden rap battle. It's all I need. I'm just, I say it at the end of my prayers every night. No, but I would love that. So that's why I love this story. I love that Eminem's was going to send some more shots at Joe. Now, I mean, at least I get Joe's got to talk about it on the podcast. So at least maybe I'll get 5-10 minutes. Or he might just be like, I'm not talking about that. Or I'm retired. Keep sending shots. Because it wasn't a lot. It wasn't much. It was just a couple lines about running from the MIGOS. It wasn't much at all. He called him a media personality or whatever. He actually is. So that's not much of a diss. That's just saying what you do for a living. But I don't know if this is enough. I don't even know. He might not even talk about it on the podcast. But hopefully we at least get him to talk about it for 5 or 10 minutes. And if Eminem... and get him to say if Eminem did make a full diss track, if he would come out of retirement. Because if he said he definitely would, I hope Eminem would take the challenge. But Eminem, when you really look at his career, is all I've said. If you really want to break down Eminem's diss career, he just kind of went hard at Ja Rule and some people. He hasn't really battled any heavyweights here. He kind of hasn't. I'm not saying he's run from those challenges. They just haven't really happened too much. So could Eminem handle that? Eminem is at the top of. He's won all his battles and stuff. Why would he want to get in a battle and possibly lose it? He's got everything to lose. Nothing to gain almost. He's already solidified as one of the best battle rappers ever. So he has not much to gain from getting in a battle with Joe Budden and possibly losing it. He has everything to lose. His top battle rapper status. He has all that to lose. So. Not much to gain. Just he'd gain a lot in my eyes. So that's the most important thing. He'd gain a lot in my eyes. I'd think a lot better of him, and I think that's the most important thing. So that's why you should do it, Eminem. Go ahead and diss Joe Budden so we could hear this battle. I think Joe Budden would win. I like Joe Budden's diss tracks the most. I think they're the most personal, the most clever. His lines, rhyme, and the metaphors dissing people are just so clever if you really listen to them, the double, triple entendre. But seriously, Joe Budden has some clever disses. They're personal, they're well said and wrote, and I would love to see it. They're two different. Eminem's a more angry, Joe Budden's a more clever with the wordplay, but the disses are great. It's just, if you really listen to those 10 minutes of Drake disses, they're great. All that stuff about Party and Drake. Oh, man. Yeah, so Joe Budden and Eminem would be a great battle. I think they'd be at least we'd get great music out of it. Two great diss tracks. So hopefully Joe Budden gets mad. Maybe he'll get mad enough from this one thing, just like the Drake snippet. And Joe Budden will come with 30 minutes, 3 EP. Maybe he'll come with an hour and a half of diss tracks. Who knows? 2 hours. Let's do it. Just roast him for 2 hours straight. Then what's Eminem gonna do? Do a 3-minute song? I don't know. But I don't know. That might be too much. And then Eminem wins because it's just more straight to the point. I think that's why Drake never responded. He's like, I can't respond to 10 plus minutes at me of bars. Come on. So it's got to be a short one that Eminem can respond to, or if maybe Eminem will go first now. Maybe that's why. Why did this get leaked now? I don't know. That's random. I think things, when they get leaked, they have to be leaked for a reason or by someone. So there might be a reason behind this. Maybe Eminem does have a Joe Budden diss track coming. That would be incredible too. I don't know. Hopefully we see it. Hopefully I see it before my time is over. But I don't know. Both of them are getting in their older days, so it's got to happen soon. And maybe it's going to happen. I don't know. Just please, Joe. I know you're not that rusty. It's not like you forgot how to rap from doing the podcast. So I see those when you do the bars as Rory or Maul or something, those are still fire verses right there. I know I couldn't do better, so he clearly hasn't lost it. So Eminem, don't be scared of some real rhyme or some real lyrical spitters. Don't be scared. Get in the ring. I want to see what you really have. Joe Budden, Eminem, let's do it. I got Joe Budden winning. Whole life savings of $75, like I always say. Put my whole life savings on the line. Double it. I'll put $150 on Joe Budden. Who wants to call me? I know everyone will take that bet, and I can't wait. I'll take it every day. Joe Budden wins.